Hi everyone, this is Cece Pearl and this is my presentation on this week's activity for how to unpack a standard. First, I just wanted to share with you guys this really cool resource my team and I received from an RTI conference from Solution Tree. Ultimately, this is unpacking a standard and it's a little bit more of a robust version, but you can see that you've got the description, you've got your example of rigor, what kind of prerequisite skills, so maybe you need some remediation before you go and teach it, and some assessment examples. So this is kind of what our team has done when identifying essential standards and unpacking, and I really just kind of wanted to share it with you guys. So the few standards that I chose for this activity are obviously for what I'm teaching now. So I'm teaching 7th grade math. I pulled these standards from my instructional unit 3, which is integers and rational numbers. And the goal of this unit is to basically build on students' previous understanding of these number sets, computing them using all operations, so that's addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, and representing computations conceptually. So let's go ahead and start with standard 1. 7.ns.a.1 is adding and subtracting integers and other rational numbers and representing addition and subtraction on a horizontal and vertical number line. And you can see these are kind of meaty standards as they do include an A, B, C, and D. But basically, I chose these standards from the Arizona Department of Education site because I think they're super important. And these are definitely essential standards, skills that students need to know to move on to 8th grade and ultimately the next unit, which is equations and inequalities. So making sure they understand kind of those positives and negatives and rules for both of them. So I want to go ahead and identify the big ideas and the verbs or the skills as we unpack the standard. So here we go. Firstly, the verbs are, the students are going to need to add and subtract. Those are the first skills that we see here. And what they're going to add and subtract is integers and other rational numbers. So when you're unpacking this, you really have to understand that integer number set, right? Any positive whole number or negative whole number. Along with other rational numbers, so that's when you start to include decimals and fractions. The second thing we see here is the students are going to have to represent. Okay, so that's a skill, but what are they going to have to represent? They're going to have to represent addition and subtraction on a number line diagram. So just making sure students are super familiar with horizontal and vertical number lines. Like I said, this is a meaty standard, so A, B, C, and D will help me significantly in kind of mapping out my lessons and how we're going to get there, but that's the big picture for this one. The few activities that I would use for this standard are maybe creating your own number line in small groups. Now I've seen success with this in the past where you literally have students cut out a piece of paper and each one is assigned a number, and you have those students put it in a number line. So they have their own piece of paper, and the first step is ordering it and making sure they understand the number line and that the positives are on the right side of 0 and the negatives are on the left side of 0. Then you give them addition and subtraction problems, and they literally walk on the pieces of paper to solve their answer. And that'll help them understand the direction of the negative and positive when adding and subtracting. Another activity I would use are number chips and counters. So that's when the reds, say, are going to be negatives and the yellow side of the manipulatives are going to be positives, and making sure you put down a certain amount and they cross each other out, and just kind of visually representing what adding and subtraction looks like when using positives and negatives. A formative assessment that I would use for standard 1 is something that I use quite often, and that's whiteboarding. I think whiteboarding is the quickest and most efficient way to basically see if students have it. And you can use these for both quick answers and word problems, just to kind of keep in mind their literary needs. So the second standard I want to cover in my Unit 3 is multiplying and dividing integers and other rational numbers. You can see this is another meaty standard, so it also includes A, B, C, and D, which again kind of map out my steps in my lessons to get to the big picture. So I'm going to go ahead and unpack this standard for you. So my actions here are multiplying and dividing. Now, the nouns, or what we're going to do that with, are integers and other rational numbers. So here, our verbs are we're going to multiply and divide. And what are we going to multiply and divide? Integers and other rational numbers. And again, I thought this was another essential standard, something that students absolutely have to know to move on to the next unit, on into 8th grade and then into algebra. And I did get this standard, pull it straight from the Arizona Department of Education. So a few activities that I chose for this standard were maybe a scaffolded scavenger hunt. And the reason I say that is once we get into this side of the standard is now we know addition and subtraction. Well, once students start to practice multiplication and division, you can kind of scaffold all of those operations into one scavenger hunt. So now students are kind of focusing on both standards, but they're still, targeting on multiplication and division. And another one that I've done for other standards in the past are escape rooms. So that's a super fun activity, a little bit tedious to set up, but the students really enjoy that. And lastly, I'm going to share my assessment for Standard 2, and that's Kahoot. So I absolutely love Kahoot. And it populates awesome reports that show you how quickly students were getting the answers, if they were even getting the correct answers, and kind of where their mistake was. So I love that Kahoot populates those reports for you. And again, it's just an easy assessment that you can quickly check to see if everyone's got it, and the kids are super engaged for that one. So thank you guys for watching my presentation. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to comment in the submission box below. And again, I appreciate it. Thank you.